This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken. And I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
Good morning. What's the deal? What goes on? How's everybody doing? Glad we made it. We are here. We are live. Yep. Another Friday. The assassins have failed again. We made it through the week. Let's get into a little breakdown here. How you doing, Tom? What's the dealio? Not even 100 in here. All right. Leg candle on the 15. Bearish on the 30, bullish on the 15, but a leg candle on the 15. So you figure a top wick and it would come down, but we're getting this bottom wick first after the 15, I believe, held support. So let's look at it. Daily. Bearish, came down, filled the daily target, bounced up. 4 hours about to close bullish in an hour, the way it's looking like right now. One hour just closed bearish. $30 closed bearish. Buys here. Yeah. Buys above here. Sells should be below the 15 range. We pulled up here. We closed above this most recent level right here. Then we came down. We've made this little range. I talk about this whole time. The only way we can take sell, we might have sells coming up here right now, gang. Here's the deal, right? We've closed below, and this candle opened up. Remember I said, oh, we're getting a bottom wick first? Open up with a bottom wick. And now we're pushing up to create a top wick, which means as long as we can tap into resistance areas here, we can come down here for a sell to fill the wick. I think we're going to need to re-break highs. So we're going to have a position here, gang. We're going to take, yeah, we just got to re-break these highs and we'll take a sell. Hold on a second, chat. Talking. Talking crap here. Man, I would love to fill this like candle. Flip bullish on us. Flip bullish. Motherfucker, this looks so good. Reggie, you're already in here? Put a light candle. Market X. I'm just gonna take a market sell here. Ah, it's leaving without us. Damn, I got in there late. Sorry again. Yeah, just took a sell. Looking to get to the bottom of the range here. Man, that happened way too quick. It just looks so good for this like candle fill. Yeah, we're about 10 pips there. A bit too late, but all right. Buy limit here at the wick fill. I think we should be getting this this range fill down. $100% worth it. I'm also in sales, looking for a target of last week's. I mean, this like candle just looks so good. That top wick and the 30 got a top wick. Like this candle fill looks great. We just got in there a bit late. I'm about 10 pips late. So it's all right. Should have got in at 47.14, 13.9. We got in at what, 12.9. So about 10, 11 pips. But it's got a lot of range there for this wick fill. All right, we got 60 to 70 pips for the wick fill. Right. The hourly closed back in range for a fake out. Go to 10. stops aren't as bad as I thought. Yeah, I believe we're coming down here. We might tap into these areas at 20, but I believe we should be coming down here. Based on the hourly. It would be perfect here, right? It would be a rebreak at the lows. Once we do a rebreak. What about 15 closure? That's the big reason why I'm in here. The 15 closure is the leg candle. We wanted a top wick first, but as we started, we made a bottom wick, top wick, and then we started re-breaking the lows. I wanted a steeper top wick, but as I see it re-breaking the lows, maybe a bit impulsive, but with volume time and that wick to fill, right? And the 30 closing bearish, the hourly closing bearish with a fake out here back in range. I'm of the belief that this needs to get filled. Now, we break the highs here, we come up here, then yeah, right? The stop should be above the previous candle high. But until that high is broken, you're still ahead. And matter of fact, I'm going to take another position. You know what? I'm going to do it in about 5 minutes. I want to see how this 15 closes. If we're able to maintain price bearish. And we're somewhere around here. If we get a top wick on the next 15 first, I'll probably take that a position. In fact, I think we have news at 10 as well.
Yeah, but we've only got like orange folders. No red folders. Good morning, by the way.
Gonna pump up a little bit. Yeah.
Let's see. See.
When we start closing back above the range, I might look to manage. But until we break this high, we're still heading to trade. We closed bearish below the range. Got a wick to fill. We got a fake out. Previous 4 hours bearish. Current 1 hour is bearish. Previous 1 hour is bearish. Previous 30 bearish. Everything bearish. We want a lit candle here on a 30. That would be amazing. And on the 15. Clean, yeah. We re-break the lows here, man. That should be it. Gotta drive 10 miles down the road, so that's 35 minutes. It's tough, man. Looks like it should come to, it looks like that on the higher time frame, but right now, as we're pulling back up on this candle, the closure really matters. I take another stop right there. See? All right, so 15. Weird little lick handle. Top wick first, then we come down. All right, 15 closed over there, closed below the range. 30 close, 30's a lick handle and close yet. This was a new account. I don't know where I'm at. I just started it this week, so somewhere around 50 flat, 49. 4708.3 here is for partials. The hourly has reflipped bearish. 30 has reflipped bearish. NYC open here in 12 minutes. We don't want this to re-break highs, but that's a possibility. The hourly reflipped bearish there. And 30 closure gonna be key. Right, 15.1, about 70 pip. Total TP here. Rebreak out of lows, 70 pips. I'm sorry, 70 pips for a partial here. Can we re-break the 1 hour lows? The current 1 hour, the current 30. right by the rebreak. Once we break that low, it should be a really quick push. Be really quick. We rebroke the 1 hour low there. Rebroke the 1 hour low. I think we can move stops to break even here. Oh, come on. Should coming up here. Close partials right there for 50 on my live account. I closed 50 partials on the live account. Looking for about 95 here on the wick fill. This is going to be 70 here. I'm going to close partials. 47.10. We're at 50. Let's do 20. 20. Market buy. We close partials right there. Get rid of this. Gonna get rid of this buy limit. Buy stop. Oh shit. Stops to break even on the live. I want to come back to entry here. It was 51 on partials. If you don't see that on the my stops are in profit on the live account. You don't see the signals for the 50 because there was a pineapple position, so you only see the entries from the initial one. Oh, there we go. Stops hit on the live. My entry was a bit lower on the live, but let's see what happens here. This one has potential to go. Wait. Buy, stop. Buy. $19.2, 709, 708. This volume here, we're about to hit 200 pips here, gang. Uh-oh. 8. We're up 120 pips on these runners right now. $19.2, 7.9, 7.8. Okay, I'm gonna put our buys 100 pips in profit here. See if we break. I'm gonna put the stop here 100 pips in profit. We either break or we're gonna close for 100 pips. I'm gonna trail these stops. Oh, 4. Fuck. Broke that low. Might pump back up. All right, gang, let's close full right there. Boom. 110. 110 pips.
That's a massive W. Drop a like if you haven't done so. W. That's TradeWix.
The pineapples really added on to that. Man. My live account, I went in profit too early and it took me out. I went like 30 pips in profit. Put my stop loss 30 pips in profit because I just, on the live account, I'm over leveraging. It's big numbers, so I just put in profit to make sure I secure a decent amount and it doesn't go back to negative, but it took me out here on the top wick, earned 30. While this one was up here, so live account got 51, 52, 51 pips. And the funded here, 110. No, 120, 110. 4 entry was 19.3. Yeah, 109. W. Fucking double. Yo, we closed perfectly here. The decision to close there. I mean, maybe it comes down, maybe it doesn't, but like, man, from that reaction. Let's do the flex now. Fuck it. Let's do it. W. Do it again. Have you heard that you can use Claude to make your shorts for IG and your YouTube shorts? I mean, I did not hear that, but I didn't mind that. This is really overextending it. For us to get more positions, I want this to pull back. It is NYC open here. Don't forget, you're only 5 minutes into NYC. This can fuck around here and you can find out real quick. Right? We have a Claude. Its name is Daniel. We're 100%. I was going to say, damn, Daniel, they're coming for your shit. You better fight Claude. Great weight. Come on, come on. Push up, baby, push up. You see that last level I showed you last night, Wix? That same box where price go? Check how much it bounced. Man, that box. I forgot where. Somewhere like right here. Right here, right? Where was this box? Right? I don't remember, bro. Can I ask you some things on what you did with Trading You plus Claude? Can price make it bounce or not? Oh, this 5. If the 5 flips, we are gone. But if this 30 flips bullish, bro, we could be at 47.20 here or 47.25 in about 10 minutes. Wait, right here. This is where you mean check how. Oh, you meant like how much it bounced in terms of pips? Bro, we're 47.14, 46.76, so we're 50 pips up. 62, right? 62, 620. Yo, Sam and Drizzo, whatever you guys are discussing, send the shit in the clubhouse chat. We want to see too. We want to see too, my friend, very much. Wait, let's update the stream. Right, we can't keep sitting here with the stream record like this. Win number 660. The pineapples adding on combined for 110. I'm sorry, 109 pips. Sells plus 109. Oh, there it is. Yeah, please update the session stream. What do we see there? About 60 pips of drawdown, right? And how much profit did we see total? It came down to 5. Could have closed 150. Look at this. The 30 has flipped. Filled the previous 30 body. What did I say? We're going to be 47.20 in about 10 minutes. It's only been 4. 6 more minutes. And we'll be at 47.20. 47.25. Wow, what a fucking closure there. Understanding the levels, man. Nobody's reading levels like this. Nobody. From yesterday's management to today's W, nobody's doing levels like this. Nobody, my friend, will do it. Look. Fucking accent, man. I gotta... How do you lose an accent? Like, do I need to move to a different country? Would I lose the accent if I go to India? If I show up in India, man. What did this white men sound like me? You never lose it. Yeah, right now I have it sometimes. If I go to India, I'm gonna have it all the time. Why are you doing like this? Eat first, then talk, my friend. Hey, Baba, relax, yeah. Full confusion I am getting, my friend. I come for the education, I stay for the comedy. You literally pinpointed VWAP without having the VWAP on your screen. Literally, this community is CIU. Is different. This community is different. I don't know what a VWAP is, and you guys keep talking about, yo, you pinpointed the VWAP. You were saying that yesterday. No, not you. Day before yesterday, somebody was saying, like, man, you just took that off the VWAP. I'm like, I don't even know how to fucking identify a VWAP. DIY, DIU. Look at exactly what I said last night. Look left and see where price had a lot of hard displacement or failed to break many times. These bottoms, they had like 7 W's in a row. Yeah, bro, I'm not sure what you mean by displacement. Failed to break, but like we gotta talk. Let's hop on a session or let's hop on a call and we'll talk. Because what you're saying by displacement, I'm seeing it, and I just consider it a strong resistance, right? So you're probably talking about shit like this. Hold on. You mean like this, right? Like heavy, right there. As you get back to it, right there, heavy. As price gets back to me, it works out of there heavy. Right here. Yeah, I understand. When you get these little mini ranges, as price gets into there, it rejects out of there because this was heavy. This was hard to break. Look at all these candles, never broke. Just create a heavier and bomb, 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 bomb. Then whenever you do come back in there, look at that. Bomb. Just try to get the tip is the wick. Yeah. That's why I go on the final support and keep the stops below. That's how the idea initially came about. Then it started modifying it. That's how I initially noticed the idea. You get these heavy levels, right, where price just remains heavy. As you drive into them, you get a fucking sick bounce out of them, probably usually from the bottom to the top of that mini range, right? So you'll drive like over here, the price drives through to the bottom of that range right here, and then the wick right out to the top of that range. So you get the entire range here as you're moving. It's usually a lot. That's 115, 120 pips. It works on a lower time frame too, even the 5 minute when you're arranging. It works the best when that level falls in line from like the hourly through to the 5, to the 15, to the 30, right? Sometimes even the 4 hour. That's when it's like, oh shit, at the level on every time frame. Like you don't even have to guess at that moment which time frame you're going with. I usually go with the one that's tapped more often or closer to the low. But if they're all on the same level, if it's all the same closure, then that makes your life a lot easier. So those positions happen, and usually it's just very simple read. That concludes the week for me. I want to be North Miami for a while, broski. Why? What's in North Miami? NMB? North Miami Beach? Where are you at? You by Sunny Isles? No, North Miami. You're by like... You're by the hood, bro. You're in the ghetto. Aventura, probably. West of Aventura. The hood. SMC's bullshits. Bullshits. I like how you added the S at the end. Bullshits. It's a plural of bullshit. I don't think there's a plural of shit. It's like a little bit of shit or a lot of shit. It's all shit. Once there's shit, it's just shit, right? And I'm not shitting you. Damn. Gang, exactly 10 minutes later, we're at 47:25. 10 minutes on the dot. Go back to where I said that. What time was it when I said in about 10 minutes, we should be at around 47:25. This 30 could be at 47.
You can definitely tell the future then. Magic 8 Ball.
Wait, hold on. You're by Oleta River State Park, bro? You're in Aventura. Bro, you're literally 15 minutes away from me. 20. EYES indicator. Never been here before, but I think so. Yeah, my daughter's piano recital was there, right next, like a block away from Oleta River State Park. Can I know if you had a red week or month this year? Yeah, I had the first 2 red weeks. The first 2 weeks of the year were red. The first 2 weeks of the year were red. I usually start the year off on fire. For the last 5-6 years, every year I've started on fire, and I've had like tough months like September, August throughout the year. But like this was the first time in my entire life where I started the year off. But it's, man, that's so far in the rear view mirror, bro. I can't even explain it. People on YouTube count winning weeks. So how many winning weeks that has been? Bro, we had 5 months of no losses. We had 5 months, 140 win streak. People over there counting, yeah, red days, red weeks, green days, green weeks. fucking no losses, period. No losing trade. Not even day. Trading live is not harder? What do you mean live in terms of in front of people or on a live account? Trading is trading. The only thing harder or easier is trading funded or live capital in terms of it's just a different game. Different animal. Wow. What a closure down here for profits. What a move to break even. What a call out of 47.25 within 10 minutes. It's just I've been speaking things into existence for a few months already. Not just on the charts. Like in life too. It's been crazy. My daughter's losing it. She's like, Dad, it's like 5 or 6 times already in the last month. I keep saying something and then it just happens. I'll be joking around with her, just say something as a joke and it happens. Yes, on YouTube in front of people. Is it harder? Yes. Has it made me a better trader? Yes. It's harder in terms of it fucks with your head, right? But that's initially when you're like, first of all, it's a lot harder if you're faking it. Right? Like if you're not really profitable and you hop in here and you're trying to do this, you'll probably be even less profitable because you're trying to put on a facade of sorts. I've seen so many traders on YouTube that I'm watching them trade, right? And like they're just lost in what they're doing. And it's not they're lost in what they're doing. I can hear it as they're speaking. I can see it in the way they take a loss and the way they bounce back from it, and the way they talk about it, the way that you can just like, you can tell. It's like being a mechanic. You can tell when a car's been painted, right? And like if you're a good mechanic, even if they did a great job on the paint job, you can tell. Like not everybody can tell, but if you're a good mechanic, you'll be able to tell probably like easily with a glance. The car's been painted. Same thing here. You can tell what it, like if you're not a great trader, well, fine. But like if you're a profitable trader, you can tell when someone's unprofitable. Like just through conversation, just through manners, through talk, just through what they discuss and how they talk about positions, how they react to them, and like you can see that they just have never been there. And yeah, I mean, since like I was profitable before I started this, but man, has this made me better. Talking in front of people, breaking down my positions in front of people, being accountable, being forced to be accountable because this is live and it's on YouTube and it's in front of people. Like the accountability just goes. That's why I say talk your positions out, tell them to other people, because you're gonna have to at some point. Someone's gonna keep you accountable. Be like, man, you're either lying to me or to yourself, right? So you become a lot more, principled in what you do and how you perform, because now you're like, oh shit, people are watching me. I gotta be a lot more professional. I gotta, because people are gonna hang on every word I say, and if they trust me to be profitable and I lead them down a path of destruction, man, is that gonna eat at? Well, some people don't give a shit, right? But like you have your Alex G's and your Mamba FXs. Some people don't give a shit if you make it or not. But it would fucking eat at me. I would not be able to fucking eat, sleep, or do anything if I was leading you down the wrong path and I knew it. That's some evil shit, right? It has made me a better trader. Not to say that I wasn't good, but this has made me a lot better because it forces me to discuss positions. It forces me to be accountable. It forces me to voice things out. And a lot of that creates opportunity, because when I voice things out, it's like labeling a chart and putting pen to paper. I was just talking to Daniel last night. Like, hey, you write things out. You're going to start noticing things just as you're speaking. You're voicing them. It's either going to sound great or it's going to sound stupid. and it's like proofreading your own essay. It's just, you know, it corrects all the errors you've had in your head as while it was a thought, and now it's in existence in the real world, either on paper or you've spoken it. It might make different kind of sense than it did in your head as a thought, and then you end up optimizing. Alex G is not legit, bro. Legit rich? Yes. Legit trader? No. Legit made 14 million from one course? Yes. Legit made millions off trading? Fuck no. Fuck no. Sigh? Fuck no. You say I made $28 million on. Get the fuck out of here. No, you did not, bro. Fuck no.
Hey, it might have been million pesos.
Yeah.
Did he say it was dollars?
Yeah.
Might have been pesos.
$28 million doll hairs. Oh, this dollar. No, they didn't make that fucking money trading. No. No broker would fill that position until you go start your own hedge fund. I mean, they would, but like you would not get the best fills. Like you would get shit fills. You would have to, you wouldn't believe if you're trading that kind of money, you're not trading through a, you're not supposed to, you shouldn't, you're a complete dumbass, right? Supposedly you're smart to make all that money, but you're a fucking imbecile to be trading on a retail platform. You connect directly to a broker's API and you make sure you get the best fills with that much money. Don't fucking use the broker's latency with 20, 30, 50 million. Are you stupid? For retail trading? No. But they're posting you screenshots of their own brokers and all their shit, and it's like people eat that shit up. What advice would give for someone who has been trading, seeing progress, but people around you don't see it? Trading to exist for 8 years, not overnight, right? I mean, you just answer your price. I mean, do you really care if other people see it? If they don't see it, bro, then I don't know what you're seeing, because it's like going to the gym, right? I don't see no results until other people start telling me something. And then I'd be like, oh shit, you notice? I mean, you know how they notice? Because it's real results. That means whatever you're seeing right now is not real world applicable results, right? It's not physical, tangible shit that you can put in front of people. So I don't know why, but don't believe Miami gurus. That's why I live right outside Miami.
This is why
but
I wouldn't recommend telling people what to do, what you're doing, I mean, because they're going to put a lot of pressure on you. Think you're a Wall Street, you know, stock market trader, something like that. And they just don't understand what it takes to actually do what we're doing. So I think once you make it, you may tell people if you want, but other than that, I think you should just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, you keep it to yourself. People will recognize it on their own. Like you don't owe, nobody needs, like you don't need validation from anybody, right? That's why I tell my kids all the time, you should be proud of yourself, not I'm proud of you, because this way they're not looking for validation the rest of their life from somebody to be proud of them, but they're looking to be proud of themselves. They set the bar, they got there. That themselves is all that matters, right? Everyone else is just gonna adjust around them, right? So same for you. You gotta know it, but you know your success will speak for itself when it's loud enough. Like you want others to notice, your success isn't loud enough yet then, if they don't. But you can't force them to, you can't explain it to them. It's going to be clear and obvious. Have you ever seen that meme? Like, if I ever win the lottery, I won't tell people, but there will be signs. And the guy's like driving an F1 car down the highway. And like, same shit. Like, you're not going to tell anybody, but there will be signs. You're going to turn into that person that's successful, that's doesn't have a no, right? That's just yes. Can you do this? Yes. Can we go there? Yes. Do you want to do this? Yes. Can you? Yes. You have the opportunity, the ability, the access, the means to do things. Yes, 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 yes. And people are like, damn, how the fuck can this guy be on vacation for 3 weeks straight, or be, you know, be at the gym every day at like 11 a.m. Doesn't he work? Or like, it's gonna speak for itself. But you don't need validation. I think a lot of people want validation just to show off. The only validation that matters to me is the one. The only validation that matters to me in terms of success of what I do is when I see my kids smile from, you know, from doing things that are paid for by my success here. That's the validation from trading. The only other validation I need in my life is my parents. And that's not because I need it or I'm doing something that they wanted me to do. I want my parents to be proud of me. I don't know if they've been, if they are, if they're not. I've never asked them, never heard from them about it. But inside there's a longing. There's a certain feeling of, man, I hope my parents are proud. Right? That's kind of the only validation that's like so internal. I don't voice it. It never comes out. And I could probably say I don't really give a shit but it exists. It's there. It's deep, but it's there. And man, just like that means everything for my dad to look at me and be like, this is it, son. That like, you've done everything that I could not, and I hope my kids do everything that I couldn't. When you see your parents look at, exactly, they don't have to tell you they're proud, but when they look at you and you know that internally, like, it's that look where you know they're feeling great about you. And that just that look, that feeling, that makes things really worth it. But it's not a necessity. That's just me and my personal internal feelings, but it's not a necessity for you to be very content with your life. Opportunity. We might have more positions here in a bit. But life, like your success will quietly validate itself, because it speaks so loudly when you're good here in trading, where there's such a low success rate. When you find success here, it speaks volumes. It is so loud that you never even have to open your mouth. I told you, like, I go to my local bodega here, right? Local, like, corner store, and every I showed up there for maybe 2 or 3 months. Like, it's the only place where, like, because I walk everywhere. Like, you know, I walk everywhere not really dressed up. I'm always very casual, very, I guess, bummy looking. I mean, it's just, if you see a bum with a nice pair of Jordans, probably me. But yeah, I never wear like brand clothing and stuff like that. And Or I go to the store. Whenever I talk to people, I never mention that I trade. I'm usually like, yeah, I'm a janitor, or I just don't talk about what I do. But the corner store, the bodega guy, sees me come in there all the time looking like a bum. And he sees me on different cars, and he always sees me with a stack. Because I'm walking in there and I'm vibing with it. And he's like, my friend, what do you do? What do you do, my friend? I was like, I'm a janitor, brother. You make all that cash janitor? I was like, no, that's from trading. He's like, oh, you know Raja Banks? Do you know Raja? But he didn't believe me. He didn't believe me, right? That I was a janitor. But you know why? Because the success speaks for itself. No matter what I tell people, it'll speak so loudly than whatever I say. It'll speak for itself, right? Tell him I play guitar on the beach and smoke joint. I do that sometimes, yeah. The only person who wants you to be better than him is your dad. Yeah. Yep. Damn. I guess that's the 4 hour. Close respecting this level and just pushed up here. No positions here just yet. Need a nice break and retest. Or closure back below 47.10 here. Damn, about 300 pips down. We'll see. The 30 respected, right? The hourly closed above, but respected this level to the left. Maybe if we can come up here, get a 15 bullish closure and a 15 back down in range here, so we can look for a fake out. But the thing is, the 4 hours bullish. We do not want to trade against the 4 hour. I'd rather look for some buys. If we're going to look for sells, it'll be a range 2 breakout. Yeah, it'll probably be below here, below 47.17. 47.12 maybe. We'll see. Good W here today. Good W here today. Can you do top-down analysis, my friend? Very much. Yes. Well, let's start over. The daily bearish, right? But remember I said daily's tapped into the target right here. So we could start coming up. First it was a reaction, now it's a rejection as the 4 hour did close bullish here. So tapped into the daily target, made the bottom wick, 4 hours closed bullish. We're looking to come up here. The 1 hours closed above the most recent level, right? The most recent 1 hour. Boom, closed above. So you made the bottom wick to there, you're pushing up here. Problem with taking that was if you drop down to the 30 and the 15, you have a level here, right? So you didn't want to take a buy into it. You want to get a closure above it. Now, as you're getting a closure above it, probably want to closure above here over. That makes sense right there. Your next target. Nice. Looks clean here. You want this closure above the range. You want an attempt to come back down here below 47.35 and then re-break highs. If you can do that, it looks clean to get up to 47.50 flat here. It's at 47.40 right now. You might get a top wick on the next candle, down to the support, and then a re-break of the highs for the 100 pip move. But if you just continue up right now, I think Drizza might have sell limits here at 47.50 flat, right? Your 47. Your Indian accent is us, my friend. Maybe it's because I am not fucking Indian, you fucking guy. I took the rebreak of the highly current highs at 813, which was also 15-minute onion. 15-minute onion. I didn't like that. I did not like that, no. We were looking for sells there. Or I was looking for sells there. I don't have a sell set there. I do see a few sellers there waiting. Right now at 47.50. Yeah, you might see a reaction here. I just don't want to sell into this bullish 4-hour. We're filling the 4-hour wicks here. But 47.50 looks good for like a bounce. Tap and bounce. 40 contracts, that's not enough. I need like 400 contracts and I'd have a sell limit there. If we have 400 contracts there, you're definitely taking a sell limit too, bro. Drizza doesn't take a position unless there's triple-digit contracts on the books. So, these are the levels, my friend. And if these are the levels, and we're looking to right up here, it looks like we've already made our way up here now. We just need this thing to pull back, create a support, and then we can look to retest the highs. I'm convinced Drizza and Javier move the market. No, I'm convinced Drizza and Javier are just very good at reading where options has his buy limits. They're very good at telling you where options has pending orders. 40 contracts there. You think he's talking about 40? No, he's talking about options. Options has 40 contracts right now at that low. Not one lie was told. I never lie. Stupid autocorrect. Tell me about it. I was talking to people yesterday and I had to like unsend messages like 4 or 5 times after trying to edit them. You don't like pancake here? No, not against the 4-hour. I do like it. There's contracts here. We were just talking about 47.50 flat, right? There's 40 contracts here, but not against this 4-hour as we're filling the 4-hour wick, right? The 4-hour here. Yeah, can it reject, bounce back down? It can. I'm just not gonna, you know, bank on it.
I don't throw darts at a board. I bet on sure things.
And this isn't a sure thing here. Hold on a sec, chat. watching 63. It's an interesting level. $65 looks better than 63 though. 65 flat here is on every time frame. Right? If we look at 65, look. 15, 30, the 1 hour, while 63 doesn't exist on the 1 hour, it's 60. And then we go to the 4 hour here. Neither one exists there as a level. So I would, if I was going to look for one, and 65 sounds better than 63, so I would be at 65 if it was me. You also have a wick into there right before the closure, which means on the other side of this closure is probably another wick like this waiting. So that's why I would be in at 65. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I want? You know what used to really get me hype? Tetris. Remember Tetris music? Yeah, I used to get hype playing Tetris. But every trip, that was the first video game. Every trip, it would just be sitting there with a Tetris. I have another Tetris with a foldable thing, and then I had a 1 and I had 5 in 1, like 5 games in 1. Now they have little mini PlayStations with 2,000 games in 1. But I'm talking about like back in the 1900s. I'm talking about like 1989, 1990 time. Yo, actually, never mind. I don't want to talk about it here. Talk about it off. We'll talk about this in off stream. What do we have, gang? What do we have besides my fat Jamaican joint waiting for me outside? I'm about to smoke it in here. Yeah, because we are trading. We will be trading. We're going to continue trading here for now. At least another hour. Really like a pullback here. We deserve 100K subs. Yeah, I don't fucking understand it. How is there 130 people watching? We're doing this day in, day out. Night in, night out. I don't understand it. Gang, by the way, a lot of positions get taken off stream as well. So get the bundle. Get access to those positions, to the private channels, chats, streams, Zooms, giveaways, all that fun stuff. Get the bundle. All right. You want access to all the trades we take and all the breakdowns, why we take them, and all discussions, everything else. Get the bundle. You can have access. Outside of that, yeah, we're just going to be waiting on the next position. You get the bundle, you'll have access to the private session on Sunday, and there will be a private giveaway, 50K giveaway on Sunday as well. Really annoying. We shouldn't be moving so slow. Yeah, in terms of growth, community growth, yeah. A lot of things I think you can change. Yeah. You need to hop on these calls, bro. Hard to be a one-man team. Well, I have a team, but like not the team that gets shit done. It's the team that does things when they need to be done. When do you take pancake then? Not in this case. There's no pancakes there. There might be Once we close, 30 closes in 11 minutes, 15 closes. So there might be a pancake, but we're gonna need the charts, the candles to help us out a bit. Right here. Right here. So if we open up with a bottom wick, let's say the 30 or the 15 here closes with no bottom wick, or 30 closes like candle, or some next 30 closes like candle. So if we're, let's say this is what we get here. Right? If we get this here, like candle, no bottom wick, respect of this level. What happened here? We respected this level, we broke down, pushed up. I would expect market to open like this, give us that bottom wick, and we would be in off 4737.2, looking to fill the leg candle up. This is what the position will look like. We're in here. Partials right here, 47.43 at around 50-60 pips, and the remainder up to the top of the range to here. That's what I'm looking for. That's the next pancake possible. Right? Stops will be below here. So the overall position will look like this. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
What about for sells? Nothing here for sells. Range 2 breakout. We need to come back down, or we need to form a range where we are right now. Very similar to what happened here when we took the position this morning. The thing is, when we took that position, the previous 4 hour was bearish, so there was a chance we drive down. We're taking this position, previous 4 hours bullish. See, previous 4 hour was bearish here. When we were taking that here, we had a chance to pull back down. This 4 hour close bullish, so that position would be different. But if we're going to look for sells, we would need to do what we're doing right now. All right, get a little bullish closure, create this range, break the highs, and come back down, close below the range. All right, so probably like this. All right, and then you could do this. Sells to these areas. Right. That's so many things I wanted to say, and I completely, like, as the discussion has gone on here, completely went in a different direction, and I forgot what I wanted to say. I was talking about yesterday. First take gonna be real entertaining this morning with Stephen A. And Stephen A. right now on there. That's funny. Took the same exact setup yesterday, but took me out as I didn't set my stop loss below the previous candle. Okay. Yeah, you wanna go previous candle because you can always re-break the current candle and come back in your direction. Not always, but majority of the time. Not that you will re-break. Majority of the time, that's where you want to be in terms of your stops. But sometimes when the candle has rebroken its own high and then went back down to re-break its own low, there's just, and the previous candle has a really steep wick, it would make no sense for you to hold previous candle, and it would make sense to go current candle because that previous wick gets filled, so it's a little tough. Exactly. Look at that. What? So confused. Look at what just happened. The Giants need a receiver. That's where I look to have a buy limit. What are you talking about? Where? Just came back on stream. Oh, you're talking about 47.37.2. You have a buy limit there? I do not, just because we don't have a closure here on the 30 just yet. But once we do, and if we have no bottom wick, or if the next candle gives, right, remember, I just pointed this out right here, this level. We have to close above there, ideally with no bottom wick, and then the bottom wick can take us up, right? If we go back to our drawing. Right there. Right, this is what we want. You don't have a buy limit? No, I said I need a closure. I need a closure and then a buy limit. So yeah, we will have a buy limit at that level, but I'm going to need candles to close favorably for us. As in either no bottom wick or leg candle on the next 15, which, right, which would give us a chance to come back up on the next 30. So like it is right now, and then we'll set a buy limit. But we got another 3.5 minutes here. Yeah, the only reason you don't see me have a buy limit here right now is this 30 is still open and we could close below the range on a 30. Right, we could still fake out. Now, if we fake out and come back up, we'll have another, there's a chance at a different type of pancake off a bottom wick after a support holds. Yeah, no buy limit here just yet. It will be at 47.37.2.3. Let's see how we close. Maybe we close right at our level with no wick, no bottom wick. And then I'm going to look for a bottom wick here, 47.36 flat. Yeah, did not quite get to our level. Now let's see, 30 closes above there. We open with a bottom wick. Buy limit will be here. Could be a small bottom wick. They could tap this area and come up, but got the tip. Oh, you went over here. Yeah, no, I wanted this one right here. 4737.2. I would have never gotten activated. Very nice, dude. Can't believe I've been not seeing this. Well, you're seeing it now. Daniel, you gonna take it again? Oh, well, if we get a top wick, I might not be taking it. He said, nah. I said we could tap that white line and just come back up from it. We break highs, yeah, I'll delete that. Yeah, again, you can delete this. Turpy, what's the deal? The advantage point is gone. I try to get in on the first week because majority of the time, if you break, you come down steeper. Absolutely. Man, Turpy can't. Turpy's here. What up, Turpy? Daniel getting the fucking hang of this thing too. Fucking Daniel's on board, bro. Reggie's on board, bro. Guys are like, oh, finally, there's people fucking catching up to what I'm seeing. This feels good. Feels good having others see what I'm seeing. I could be discussing, like, I used to talk to Don, and we'd be talking things, and it would just be different conversation because like what he'd be seeing, like what I'd be seeing, like, right? I'd be talking to the homie and he'd be like, yeah, and then I'd be like, damn, you're seeing that? Like that's the fuck I've been trying to explain on stream. Like, yeah, bro, because people just see this and see, and it just feels good when somebody's seeing what you're seeing. You're explaining it, and you're like, fuck, I'm just trying to get through to people, and it's working. Stephen A said, I'm sick of the Knicks right now. He's always sick of the Knicks. I don't know. It's like, it's one of the greatest feelings, I guess, as a mentor, as a guide. It's like, fuck, man, you're getting through to people. It's not just like one person, it's like a bunch of people all at like at the same stage or at the same time, like roughly timing wise, same time. Things coming together. Let me go get that joint. Let's celebrate. Yo, Eddie, where are you at? Let's go get breakfast. Hey, gang. How you guys feel about a new mod? You need a new mod? I don't see anyone that... Alright, mods. Submit your suggestions for a new mod. We'll do it on... I think we'll do it on Monday. One new mod. I have one person in mind. That's it. Maybe two. No, one person. actually know who you guys are gonna suggest too. I'm sure that like every single one of you is gonna suggest the same person. I'm almost sure. You hadn't thought of any suggestions, yeah, but once you start thinking about it, I am sure. I'm almost sure, like right now, Sam is gonna write down the person that I'm thinking of. But my suggestions, no, I want to see what you guys think, because I really don't see anyone except one person, maybe two, but like one person, and one person on the waiting list after this one.
Do we have any mods that haven't been here in months or years that we might?
Yeah, I gotta go
rid
through
of
that
and
too.
them
I
as
gotta
well?
get rid of some mods.
Yeah, clean that up. Because I think we're a lot.
Yeah, because all I see is blue is in the chat. I don't mind.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
I need more people attending. Got a lot of mods, but man, some people have been here for years. The person I have in mind has definitely been here for over a year. I called it. I literally fucking called it. I said Sam is gonna write down the exact person I'm thinking of, the only person I can think of.
Oh yeah, you know what? I completely forgot. It's true.
I literally
forgot.
just said that. I'd be speaking things into existence. Like, there's one person I clearly thinking of, and it's Sam is definitely writing him. And what happens? Sam literally writes his name. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think that's like the only. There's one more that's on the waiting block, I think, but like that's got to be the next. That's got to be the next mod. Yeah, I think the mods have already made their choice, and that we're not gonna let it be known until Monday.
That's not even a question. It's 100% for me on that one for sure. Yeah, that's a great pick, Sam. I never even realized that he wasn't. I was like, wait, what? Right. Definitely makes sense.
Say Eddie's gonna make 100K today? No, but I truly believe by the end of the year you will. You have 100K year just in trading alone, my friend. Life become very different, my friend. You can buy any accent you want, my friend. I don't know. I honestly thought he was a mod already until I saw the YouTube chat. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. And I went to take a look and I was like, oh, right. So he's not. Yeah. That's why I didn't have anybody in mind.
I thought he was a mod. $100K, a lot of McChickens. You know how long you can feed yourself for on the road when you're fixing ACs? A long time. How much taxes is that? What, $100? What are you talking about? Been here longer than me? You think so? How long you been here, Turpy? Turpy been here for a couple of years, no? You've been here for a year or so? No way. Year and a half. Yeah, I think that's how long he's been here. Eddie with the top fan today. Fucking waits in the chat on the weekends. 2 years next month. Yeah, it feels like you've been here forever. Wait, Tarpy, you didn't come from the devious community? When did you get here? How did you show up here? I thought you came like I thought you've been here since the Don days, Donvo days. Huh? Yeah, but I was with Don like 6 months before this shit happened. Nathan? Bro can't speak. What are you talking about? Oh, you were here for a short time with Don. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I thought you would like, yeah, it felt like you like were there forever. Me. Can't speak good English? You sounded completely fine until you said bro can't speak. Even that sounds fine. It sounds like you're showing bro can't speak. Plus you have a nice English last name. Price? Price, what a name for trading, Mr. Price. Price is always right with you. White as hell. You're white as heaven. Price Holdings. That would be a crazy name for a day trader. Hello, Mr. Price Holdings. Trying to change my username. It looks like a bot. Yeah, we need you to do something better. The Light Traveler. L for me. Well, at least you can admit it. Where'd you take an L? At least you can show up here and be like, hey, I took an L. Nobody's willing to do that. There's 140 people in here. people. Maybe like 3 or 4 will say I took a W today. You're telling me on the other 135 didn't take a position? Of course they did. Some won, some lost. Nobody's gonna admit anything. Yo, you know who I haven't seen in a while? It's Beeve. Where's Jonathan? Jonathan Harder. In here? He is. There. See him. Been seeing Beeve. I followed your last trade on my demo and yours hit and I got greedy with the TP. Yep. You mean this one that we just took? Good. How about the one yesterday that we took and closed out because we saw indications it was going to turn around and we hit a B? A lot of people also got greedy on there and got married to that position, and that fucker went straight down and we were able to manage it and get out. Took a loss in the 15-minute onion at 8:13. Oh, yeah, you were talking about it earlier right there. right? You had the 8:15, 8 o'clock candle. That's an 8:15 candle. That means this closed bullish above the range, right? You're probably looking for it at a 30 right there. Was it an 8:15 or 8? So that was, if it was 8:13, that was an 8 o'clock candle. Oh, all right, all right, all right. So you had your level like this. You saw no bottom wick. You had a bullish closure, and you took the break of the high right there. How much? So you saw some pips, bro. You got greedy as well. You saw about 30 pips, and then it broke down on you. Yeah, number one, I just don't take that position because when this candle closed, this is a fake out. I was expecting this to drop heavy here, right? I didn't have this level here. Once it closes there, yeah, you could say, all right, now I need a closure below here. Once you close bullish for a bearish move. But once it closes here and you're looking for a bullish move, you need that closure above this area. And you did get that on the next candle, but as you got that on the next candle, the following candle never broke the high. You need the break of that high now to continue up here as you closed above. And you never broke that high, broke the low. Yeah, I can see why you got in there, but I'm showing you why I would not have been in there. We never got that closure above. Once we did get that gladiator candle that broke through the level, bottom wick never came back up to re-break the previous candle high. If that high breaks, you're clean to fill this range to the left here. But all the way through here up until that closure, I was bearish. And then your confirmation here for a sell, then you're waiting once this candle, remember, once this candle closed bullish here, you need now closure below here for a sell. You get that closure, but look, you don't have a bottom wick again. You can't take that sell because you're going to expect the next candle to come up. But once you get those wicks, right? Closure below, right? This is what we took, right? Because we were bearish. This is a leg candle. This is a wick to fill. We got that top wick. Yeah. That was the position we took as we broke down there. Right? Leg candle fill here, like break of the lows there again. It's just that wasn't enough. I think if you waited, remember I say sometimes your position, like you get ahead of it, it looks like what you need, right? You might miss one thing or two things here and there, but this is the first indication. This was only a bullish 15 at 8 o'clock, right? Your 30 was still bearish, so you probably would have wanted to wait for that 30 to close bullish. The hourly was bullish at that point, only the 30 was bearish, right? And you waited for that bullish 15. Wait for that bullish 30. The 30 closed bullish here. Also, like candle, you don't break that high. You do come back down though. Fill the like candle. Yeah, so remember how I say if it looks like your position, just wait another candle or two. Make sure the time frame you're looking to execute on is now in your direction, and then check the lower and the higher time frames. You would have been able to stay out of there. That's something I used to take, and over time I stopped because I realized how to stay out of it. Where the tell is, right? Where the edge is, where the market shows its hand. Took 2 L's today, 1 W on my own. I'm taking my first trade with you today if something presents itself. We got a nice W here. We took a nice position yesterday that a bunch of people lost on because they didn't manage risk where I did, right? A bunch of people married the position. I said I can go and break even. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to go break even here, and I ended up closing a B. A lot of people married it and are like, well, I lost your trade, bro. Like, no, you didn't. You lost your trade. My trade closed. To bring, like, if you're entering my position, make sure you're utilizing the risk management I am. If you're entering your own position, then make sure you're using the risk management you had and you had planned for, not mine. Jonathan been quiet and lurking late. Nice, nice. As long as you're here, bro. 4 minutes tonight. Yeah, I appreciate you as well, Tom.
I'm gonna call it on the hourly. Gotta go pick up the keys for the new house. We're moving in tonight instead of tomorrow, so excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah, the management company arrived earlier, so we are
Congrats.
gonna get very busy.
Get down tonight. Get
Yeah.
down tonight.
Yeah, get
You're
down
gonna wait
tonight.
5 more minutes? Well, look what we're getting here, gang. If he's gonna wait 5 more minutes, let's discuss this. Remember? We said, in order for us to take sells, we need some kind of range to form here. When we were doing this, hold on. Oh, I can't do it anymore because I erased it. Yeah, I think I erased it. Yeah. This is what we were talking about. Let's remove all of this. Most recent. Level here. So I was like, what about for sells? Remember you guys asked for sells? Well, we need a range. We got that range here. Right? Very similar to what had happened in this area. Very similar to what happened in this area. Came up, you create a range. Luckily, you have a closure below there. Right there. Top wick. You're moving down. Fill the previous wick. Now, we have that playing out here. Basically the same thing. You have a range. You need that closure below. Top wick. And then you can come down. Am I looking for that? I'm looking for the hourly close here in 3 minutes. And the hourly looks like it's going to close bullish. So bullish above the range without retesting the most recent. Quite a bit of room. There's 60 pips. Yeah, we might have positions here, but I would rather, instead of this, well, I don't want to say that because it really depends on how the next candle opens here. Really depends how the next candle opens here and where we close. Because you can look for buys off the open. But I think if we look for buys, I would rather look for buys down here at around 47.13, 47.14 areas. And if we're and I would not mind looking for sells if we close below here, but I'm going to need a steep top wick. I'm going to need a top wick to the top of the range here. Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical of the sells because of this leg candle, right? This 30 is going to close leg candle, so I'd rather think about it. Bullish 1 hour above the range. And the 30 closes bearish leg candle, which means you need a bottom wick on the next candle. And you're filling the 1 hour and you're filling the 30 leg candle. The 4 hours at a level here. Well, if we close within this range, I'm going to call it a session as well. Yeah, if we close within this range, I'll call it a session as well. We close above 47.42 here. It's all good though. I might have more positions later on, but man, over 100 pips on a Friday, that's a great way to end the week, right? Accountability, motherfuckers taking their own trades. Yeah, I love the fact that people are talking about them, that you guys don't feel like you can't say nothing. You're talking about it. Chalked and save the name. Less body chalked and say that's funny. Do it again, Mathan, and just remind us. Yeah, didn't think that level would be a problem as price moved through it easily to the most recent left. Yeah, but on the higher time frame, that is the most recent. What are we? Capital extracted. Now it's all about keeping it. Yeah. Yeah, it's, man, it's just as hard, if not harder, to keep your capital than to make it. Right? They executed the button at the end of the day. Yeah, there we go. Price MB. There he is. There he is. Mathan Price. Price MB. Nice name change. What's up, Hector? I called it. I'm here for the vibes. W Eddie. Yeah, we're gonna call it here too. Look at this. We closed respecting. The hourly's bullish. We should come up here. Not a late candle though, so I think the break of this can take you down to 47.33 areas, possible. So if the hourly is bullish here, and we want to retest the highs of 47.41, can we form some kind of support? I'm not gonna take a bottom wick entry because, like, we could also very well just drop down in range here, but because we've closed above it, I'm pretty sure the hourly should flip and drive up because we held this area. The only thing is, where can we form a support? We need a bullish closure, and I'd rather us come down here, form a bullish closure 47.33 on the 15, or something like that, and then we can look to take a position to come up, right? Ideally, we can see some. Wrong color, wrong shade, wrong opacity, right? If we can see something like this. Something like that and continue. We jumping in the new mod? No, we're gonna do it on Monday. You said my name right. You're one of the maybe 8 people in my whole life that read it and then said it right. I mean, you know how many people have been through this stream and said the exact same thing you just told me? There's so many crazy names out there, and so many people have been on it, and a lot of the people that have been through those streams can probably validate that people come in here and they're like, damn, you said my name, that you read that shit on point. Even in the downvote days, man. Be the only one that can say all the names. Just because, I don't know, I'm a very good orator, and I got a talent for language. I'm double blessed, physically and mentally. I have a blessed day, everyone. My name too. Yeah, I think when you came in here, yeah, we said your name. Bro got a superpower. Yeah. I be wearing capes during spelling bees. When I had spelling bee, never failed, never got less than 100 on a vocabulary test. I'm gonna watch the 100 pip move. Bro, let it happen. Watch it print exactly the way we posted it. Speak shit into existence. Sound it out, B. Yeah. Yeah, let's call it a session, gang. If I see anything, I will absolutely call it in the signal channel. Yo, Daniel, I need a 10-minute or 15-minute clip from yesterday about talking about yesterday's trade and the management, and maybe like a 10 to 15-minute clip today. Not a reel, but like 10, 15 minutes. But I need a reel too. Anyway, today was a good trade, and yesterday was really good risk management. I need both of those. There's reels and like 10, 15-minute clips. Yo, we got to get on the phone call, bro. I need some. We need to host a few management calls. Business and management calls. Appreciate you showing up, Tom. T squared. Damn, I will forever remember your full name, Tom. Forever. Because I remember my initial reaction was T squared. And you were like, that's a good idea. I don't know how long it's been. It's been, yeah, Tom Taylor. It's been months. It's been like half a year, maybe. But I will forever remember that first interaction. It's stuck in my head.
Sorry to cut you. Just
You're
want to
out.
say peace out, everybody. I'm done. I'm out. See you guys on Sunday night for the private Asian session. If you guys are not part of that, go ahead and get the bundle and drop a like as well before you leave. We'd appreciate that. Thank you, Wix. Thank you, everybody. Congrats to everybody who took the dubs with us. Have a great weekend. Don't overtrade. We'll see you on Monday otherwise. Peace.
Later, my gay. See you later. W. Been here for over 1.5 years. More recently changed the name. Yes. All right, yeah. Let's call it. Whatever you see printed here, this is what I would expect, and then you could trade the fake out up. But if it breaks down here and back in a range, let's call our buy limit level before it does that. And there's gonna be, here's the deal. You have this leg candle on a 2-hour. Look at how you opened up. You've tapped the 4-hour resistance, right? The 4-hour can very well flip here and maintain the higher time frame structure of being bearish. What I would look for, absolutely we can fill this candle down here on the hourly, the 2-hour leg candle. This entire wick here can get filled. Your buys have tapped into target areas. Any kind of buys you have tapped into target. For more buys, you would need closures above 47, 47.59, 47.58. Yeah, if you're gonna look for buys, you want to be above areas 47, 58, 59 right here. Maybe 47.60. So until you pull back, no buys. So let me break this down in simplest terms. You want to form a support at 47.33 to retest highs. Unless you form a support here, 47.33, you do not want to take any buys until you're above the most recent resistance, 40, and that would be honestly right here, 47.59 until above. So buys either above 47.57, you need those closures above there, or you pull back to these areas. And if this is the 30, maybe the 15 can form a support here, right? As you close down here on a smaller time frame. Right, as you get that closure down here, you can get that bullish candle going back up. You don't really have a fake out, but you can look for that buy before. As long as there's enough range here for you to fill, which there should be, depending on how that bullish candle closes, right? Because you might get that candle looking like this. I get that closure below and a closure back above. You get the fake out here on the 15. You're looking for the 30 to push now. Now you're in here. Once the 30 closes, your candle is looking like this, above the most recent range. So you should be good for runners. But I believe the only buys are in the next hour, in this nearest hourly candle for London close. Because if you don't push up here to fill this wick, you're into lower volume time, which makes me more skeptical about breaking this resistance and makes me more confident in the fact that this 4 hour is going to hold resistance and we're going to end up coming back down for the rest of the day. Previous daily, don't forget, did close bearish. So buys only in this form, right? Only either on a fake out after coming down here or holding the support, or in a fake out back up here on the 30. Or honestly, I don't like the buy limits down here because it's just there's no clear established level, right? The 4 hour is one level. There's no 4 hour level there. There's a 1 hour level that makes sense up here, 47.22. The stops do not make sense. 150, 160 pip stops. There's a level down here that makes sense. Good stops right there. It really depends how we get down to it. We're too far away from it to speak on how we can enter here. We are 47.40. This is 47.12. We are 300 pips away, 280 pips away. So it's too far. It really depends how we get there. Maybe we don't get there until the next 4 hour candle, till Monday candle, right? So that really depends. Right? So for now, those are the plans for buys. For sells, quite a few things have to happen. We need a range 2 breakout. We need to close back in range here. All right. Sells, you need to be back below here. You need to attempt to come back up. You need to fail. You need to have a range 2 breakout here. All right, and once you have that closure below here, you can look for a top wick, break of the previous candle low to retest these areas. Okay, as long as you close below here, this establishes a support, range 1, range 2, range 2 breakout right here. Break of this candle low is entry. Break of the high, stops. Fill of the range, TP. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Just got the tip of the wick. 40, 33. Yeah, W's. Bro, Daniel, I hope you fucking run it up. Can't be doing that every 5 candle here on stream. Stream will lose their fucking mind. And multiple accounts. Ooh. 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 The level we spoke about. Wait, you said you're not going to take it again. I asked you. Remember I said right here when he came back there. Remember he came back right there on that wick? 47.38. And I said, yo, I got these levels. He said, nah, I'm not going to take it. He took it again. I said, steeper, yeah. I was saying it. I was telling you, like, hey, you gonna take it again once it gets there? Because remember, I said I was talking about a lower level. I was like, so you gonna take it once it gets there? Like, no. Fucker took it again. Same low, no, but that lower level, the next level, it was right there. It's so close. Like, that's how I was like, you gonna take it again? It's 18, 19 minutes. Nice job. Great job. We respected it, right? I just wanted that on the previous candle here as we were coming down there. Right? On the previous candle, if we opened with a bottom wick, not this one right here, that green candle, before it came up, if this, see how we respected that level here? If this candle opened with a bottom wick, that's what I was looking for. Before this top wick is made, right? Before all this action, price action played out here, if we would have just came down, then I would have taken buys to this price action. Stop says low risk too. Yeah, stop. That's what makes these positions amazing, because they actually have a good RR. They have a high win rate and good RR. And if you're patient enough to wait specifically on those levels, if you're really good at pinpointing those levels, buy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Remember how I was talking about, man, when I started talking about the pancakes, I think the first stream or two, I was like, I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and can you see how powerful this is? I was like, you can just, I was showing them, I was just literally saying, you can literally see how powerful this is. You could see, look. And it's been months, and people are now like telling me, it's been like 9 months. You guys had to go through a whole pregnancy to figure it out. And now people are like, damn, this is so powerful. People are telling you, there's so many messages I have, like, yo, Wix, I didn't know how powerful this is. Just, I can't believe I didn't see this before. It's so funny because everyone's like, language is almost the same. Everyone that reaches out to me, everyone says things in almost the same words. I can't believe I didn't see this before. Man, this is clicking on. This is just got me over the hump. It's so crazy. So funny. But I'm glad. Hey, gang, please drop a like. Please sub to the channel. And please, please, please share this stream. Oh, before you dip, I need help. I need help from you guys. We got to spam some fucking dubs in here. Hold on. Let me set things up. Please, I need your help. I got to do a little marketing. I gotta grow the Instagram. I gotta grow the YouTube. We're growing it. We gotta speed up this growth. We should be at least at 100K subs. When a man can dream, and next goal is 30.5K and hopefully 31K. Let's get to 31K subs. Gotta hold some subathons. Spam and dubs will begin in few minutes. No, not in a few minutes. What the fuck am I saying? Bro teased the end for 15 minutes? What does that even mean? Wait, you guys are already spamming W's. You're way ahead of me. You guys are gonna, whatchamacallit, you're gonna spam out your W's, not gonna be able to use them. Damn, we were in that trade for a minute. All right, gang, do me a favor. Spam the shit out of the W button. Please. No way. Yo, my phone literally just died. How the fuck does this happen to me every time? Every fucking time. Literally when Yo, I'm staying here for the next 5 minutes. We're gonna get... Yeah. Motherfucker, son of a bitch. Why can't this shit just run on solar? Fuck, man. Ain't that a... Fuck. Alright, we good. Nothing, not a problem. The shit's just gonna charge. I think we good. Pick up the ladder, chat. Pick up the ladder. Not a big deal. Wait, I need W's. Hold on. T. Fucking joint. Mother. Literally had everything set up perfectly. As soon as I click record, phone died. It just went. Nip. How many times has that happened on stream already? It's at 3%. I got to get it up to like 5%. Another like 2 minutes. All right, hang on, gang. I know you guys want to do it. But Dave, if we get some positions after this, it'll be my way of saying thank you. It's possible. It's possible. Hey, we might get this 30 celery play on the next 30-minute candle in 7 minutes. And fuck what you heard, right? Incoming. Better not flip my drive right now. Tell you what though, we got a bottom wick, we're getting a push on the next candle. Do we fill the whole week? I don't know, but we got a fake out here, so we should fill the range. That's about 48 pips there. Wait, top wick about 70. Yeah. Yeah, let's see where this phone is doing. Oh, we Gucci. We almost at like 10%. Hold on. I just turned it on. Another 30 seconds and we all gonna be famous. Except only I'm getting paid. But we all gonna be famous. Yo, lit candle? Literally just talked about this. Bullish on the hourly, 30 lick. It's not a 30. Yeah, 30. No, that's a 15 lick candle closure. Yeah, not a 30. We spoke about 30, but like, hey, man. You can't have everything you want. Ball might be on already. Benny out there trying to break down the door, trying to get in here. Get in on the video. Get in on the vid. Get in on the vid. All right, we there. W gang. W's. Come on, spam some dubs, gang. Goofy boy, please. Yeah. Spam the dubs. Spam the dubs. Let's go. Don't stop. Come on. Spam the dubs. Yeah, spam the dubs. Let's go. Let's go, gang. Come on. More dubs, more dubs. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I need to see a heavy flow. Heavy flow. Yeah. Why I gotta throw scam in there? Do it later. Do it after we're done. I got a bunch of footage. I don't know how long that video was, but thank you. I zoomed in on your scam, so now everybody knows who wrote that. Oh, you know why? That's why it's not flowing. I'm a dumbass. I was on top chat, and I'm like, why is this chat not flowing? Top chat showing me like 3 W's. Yo. Gang. Can you guys spam again? Spam some dubs. All right, yeah, we got that. I gotta go a whole bunch of clips from that. Yeah, thank you. Worth it. Appreciate everybody. All right, so we did not get a fake out here on the 30. We did wait through the London closed candle. Damn, Jay dipped 30 minutes ago. Yeah, what we wanted to see was a fake out here and closure back up above range on the 15, and the 30 would have at that point held this area, and we would have looked for a celery play come up here on the break of the highs. The way we've closed here on the 30 back in range tells me, hey, there's a possibility we flip bullish on the hourly, break the previous 30 highs, but not drive to fill the wick. Right, this might be like a next 1 hour candle position, maybe even into the afternoon. If I see something, I will obviously call it in the signal channel. Our next stream is Sunday for the weekly market open. It will be the Sunday Asian session, and it's a private session. So if you want to be part of that, get the bundle so you can have access to all the private community stuff, private chats, streams, Zooms, giveaways. We'll do a 50K giveaway on Sunday as well, just for the private gang, and obviously access to the signals. So get the bundle and stop asking questions about it. Keep us out under $100. Outside of that, next public session here on YouTube is on Monday. I'll see you guys, everyone else here on Monday. And Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream, as always. If you're new here. Oh, by the way, Monday we'll crown a new, we'll give out another badge, another wrench. We'll crown a new mod. Pretty sure it's already decided on who it is. And yeah, Zoom gang, see you guys on Sunday. Single channel, possible positions later on today. I'm still down to trade. I'm not done just we hit a 100 pip banger on a Friday, right? What up, Los? Good to see you. But we are, GG's, we're gonna be out here. Daniel, let's hop on a call one of these days, one of these weekend days. What else? Yeah, Mas, thank you so much for helping me on the stream. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. All right, as for me, my time here is up.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Of course we are. And just like that, another New York session is in the. Have a great weekend, gang. Go get your top 1 futures accounts. Go get your top 1 futures instant funded accounts. Skip the challenge. Use code WIX. Get 50% off. And show up on Monday trading an instant funded account, not passing challenges. Please sub on your way out, and please share this stream. Help me get this community to 100K subscribers. All right, let's grow this community together. Your Wix 9 stimmies are in the mail. Profits have been sent out, mailed out. Stimulus checks are on their way. Have a good weekend, everybody. Later.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.